explain how to uh, apply this online or how to
Seek
look
information. Sure,
seek information.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is you want to go to your web browser, and then you want to type in our website address, which is www.dir.ca.gov/das.
DAS. Okay.
And once you enter our site, you're going to see all this information here. But what I want you to pay special attention to is right here. Find an apprenticeship program. So let's click that real quick. And so you're going to have two options: select a county or select an occupation. So right here is select county. So I want you to select the county that you're interested that you live in or that you're interested to live in. Okay. So in this case, since we're in San Francisco, let's click the city and county in San Francisco. And then what I also suggest is to keep the occupations blank, or just to leave it as all occupations, because you can populate it with the occupations here, but I don't want you to do that. What I want you to do is just leave it blank. What's going to happen is that it'll populate every single occupation that's currently training for right here in San Francisco. And you're going to look at the records here. There's 132. There's 132 occupations that are training right here in San Francisco.
So every county is different.
Every county is different. So you're going to look, you're going to see acoustical installer, air conditioning mechanic, all these types, automotive, barber, biomedical equipment technician. They had EMTs on here, all these different types. So let's go back to your previous, what you talked about during our discussion.
Culinary or
Yeah, I'm looking for that. It looks like it's been taken off. So
how about let's go electrician.
okay, let's go electrician. So I'll be further down the list. All right. So electrician. Let's look at this one. The electrical inside wireman. So So this is the occupation. This is program length. So we're talking 60 months. Starting wage $22.77.
Wow.
It's just starting out. Wouldn't you love to make that kind of money just starting out, right?
Excellent. Excellent.
Minimum age requirement 18. Education prerequisites: high school graduation, GED or equivalent. And additional prerequisites. Now this is key for this because it's a more complex occupation. They do require that you have 2 years of high school level math. One of the 2 years must be algebra. A minimum grade of C is required for both years of math. So you want to make sure that not only did you take that math, but that you had a C or higher. Okay, that's very important. It also must be able to distinguish colors. Now you may ask yourself, what does that mean, right? Well, if you're talking about in an electrician's world, there's many coding colors for wires. If you're gonna, if let's say you're gonna cut the wrong color wire, you could electrocute yourself. So for safety issues, distinguishing colors is very important. I believe also firefighters have that same requirement depending on what jurisdiction you're going to be hired for. And then it talks about physical requirements. Yes, there's a physical requirement there. So in some of these occupations, it does require you to be physically fit to be able to do the work on that job. If you're not physically fit to do the work on the job, you may not be able to participate
Is
in the
that
program.
determined by the doctor, or how is this determined?
They may ask you a series of questions. They may ask you for
To see you
to be
or-
evaluated. It just really depends. So I would talk to the programs about that first. Written test, oral exam. So yes, there's a written test to check your aptitude, and also an oral exam to check your aptitude. Okay. Additional requirements, none. But see, so right here, they have Steve Powers is the coordinator. They have phone numbers here, email addresses, websites. Go to them. Seek that information for yourself. This is that important to you. You need to do a little bit of homework too, right? Because you want to make sure, again, like I said before, see if you're going to be able to do this for 4, 5, 6 years, 10 years, 20 years. If this is a career, you're talking about 20 years down the road, right? So can you see yourself doing that kind of work for that long of a time? And are you willing to put in that type of work? That's really up to you. So what I want you to do is to go to there, see what they do. Let's click into SF Electrical Training Program. Looks like the website may be
It's not, yeah.
yeah, unavailable
Yeah,
at this
really,
time,
yeah.
but some of them are. So let's take a look at carpenters, for example. There's a couple of them. Let's look at Associated Builders and Contractors, for example. This is their website.
So that's where you get your apprenticeship training, right?
This is where you can find out more information about the particular job, that particular apprenticeship program, and you can also find additional contact information. However, all on this page right here is where you'll see all the information you'll need to get into contact with the program and to start start asking them the questions on how to apply.
Okay. So this is the first step.
This would be the first step for you. Absolutely.
Call or email the
Call, email.
contact phone here.
Right.
So a contact person, which is
Sagit. Yeah.
And then from that point, they will set up a person-to-person appointment.
Well,
Or
you would
call
talk to
first.
them, and they have, every program has their own way of progressing this dialogue with you. So again, contact them. They will tell you how to contact them.
What's the most important question they should ask to that person? Should they ask what is the waiting list? How long is the waiting list to apply this? Or what question should they ask?
I would ask them, what are the, how do I apply for this program? What do I need to bring with me to make myself eligible to be an applicant? You can ask them things like, how long is the, if there's any waiting process, after I've applied, how long does that take? But I think more importantly is that you want to make sure that you meet all the minimum requirements. Are there other minimum requirements that I need to have? Or I need to be aware of, or I need to show you in order to make me eligible for this program.
Excellent. Okay.
Some may even have a requirement. If you have any past criminal history, that may be an issue for you to get into the program or not. It just really depends. So, my best advice for you is to contact them. Now, apprenticeship's all about second chances. So, usually, those with a criminal background, that had that in their past, apprenticeship again is about second chances. So they will offer you an opportunity, but you have to be, you may have to disclose this information to them so they know not to put you on a job site at a school or something like that where they have a high level of security where they won't allow somebody with a criminal history to work there.
Excellent. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for your time.
Hey, thanks so much.